Jai Hind students. In our morning class, we discussed about equations of motion. We solved some numericals on these problems. So let's define first what do you mean by equation of motion. As we know, if there is a body which is moving from point A to B, and if the initial velocity of the object is u meter per second, and the final velocity of the body becomes after traveling a distance s in time t v meter per second, and the continuous acceleration which is being applied on the body is a meter per second square, we can establish some relations in all these quantities, all these entities. These are v, u, a, t, s and all, and these equations that we form are called equations of motion. Read this: when an object moves along a straight line with uniform acceleration a, it is possible to relate its velocity, initial velocity and the final velocity, acceleration during motion, and the distance covered by it, and in a certain time interval, that is t. So the set of equations that we get are called equations of motion. We are given here what these values are. U is equal to initial velocity of object, is a uniform acceleration, v is final velocity, and t is time taken, and s is what? S is distance that is covered in time t when acceleration is being applied for increasing this velocity u to v. Then we obtain these three equations. First equation is velocity time relation. You can see this is the final velocity and this is the initial velocity, this is the acceleration and time. So your first equation forms the relation between velocity and time, and you can see acceleration there. We have another equation, that is position time relation, that is equal to s is equal to ut plus half at square. And we have another relation, velocity position relation, that is 2as is equal to v square minus u square. So how to derive these equations? Let's discuss that now. Now you can see part A of this derivation, equation for velocity time relation, and this is the object which is moving from this point to this. Initial velocity is u meter per second, and after time t under uniform acceleration a, this body attains speed v here, or the velocity v. So in that case, we plot a velocity time graph for this situation. This is the axis for time in second, whatever you take, and this axis is for velocity. It represents velocity in meter per second, so time is also in second. And in this question it is given that the initial velocity that we have considered is u. Okay, so at the instant when we start counting of our time, when time is 0, if initial velocity is 0, you have to start from here, but you can see that initial velocity is u, so select u here, that is the initial velocity, and you can see after time t, velocity becomes v, and if this is the point for time t, you can see that these two lines intersect here at point B, and you know what, under uniform acceleration graph is linear, so meet these 2 points, you will get the graph of the velocity under uniform acceleration. In time t, velocity of body increases from u meter per second to v meter per second. We draw a parallel line from point A to and parallel to OC, which meet BC at point D. You can see that we draw this line here, which here meet at point E. And let's discuss about the change in velocity. What is that? You know what, here B and C, observe this one thing, this line is equal to EO, okay, and EO is V, the value of OE is equal to V. So you can write here this is also v, and the initial velocity is u, that is oa. You can write it, that is u. And what is the change in velocity in time t? The change is v minus us. If I consider the initial velocity is 5 meter per second and final velocity becomes 20 meter per second. So how to get the change in velocity? You have to subtract the velocities. In that case, 20 minus 5 and 15 meter per second, this velocity is the difference that you attain in that time period. The same thing is here. If you attain velocity from u meter per second to v meter per second in time t, then what is the change in velocity? You have to subtract this velocity from the v, and that is called bd. Change in velocity is bd. That is changed then in velocity is equal to bd, because this is the initial velocity, this is the final velocity, and the change in velocity is what? This one. So you have to subtract this dc from bc. Now we know that acceleration is equal to what? Change in velocity and upon time taken to change the velocity. So that is acceleration is equal to change in velocity, and what is the change in velocity? That is bd. So right here change in velocity bd, and the time taken here is this oc, or you can say ad, because these both are parallel and equal. This is a rectangle, so these both are equal or parallel. So you can take here time taken is ad, and ad is equal to oc, and oc is equal to time t, because we consume time t to attain that velocity v. And you can write now a is equal to change in velocity, that is bd, and the value of bd is equal to what? V minus u, that is, this is v and this minus u. So you can see that a is equal to bd and upon time taken t. Now bd is equal to a into t, because this is the cross multiplication of at and bd into 1, bd into 1. So bd is equal to at from here. Bd is equal to this v minus this u. Are you confused about this? So this line is equal and parallel to EO. So you can consider all the values of this line segment for this line segment. If here EA is equal to V minus U, same thing is here, BD is equal to BC minus DC. So BD is equal to V minus U. Now here put all the values. V minus U is equal to 80. Now transpose this minus U and you will get V is equal to U plus 80. And this is our first equation, which is equation for velocity time relation, velocity and time relation. Now we have our second equation, and here equation for position time relation. Again the same velocity time graph. Consider the object travels s distance under time t. This was the motion from point A to B. Initial velocity is u, final velocity becomes v. In time t, just consider body travels s meter to attain this velocity from u to v. So how to calculate this? If you remember, in velocity time graph we got a conclusion there that area covered by the graph of velocity time is equal to the distance traveled during the time. Here in this case the distance traveled will be area under this graph, and this distance is traveled here in time t. And how to get the area of this graph? You can see there OABC is a trapezium, and now we can divide this trapezium into different parts, in two parts. First is OADC, which is a rectangle, and second one is ADB, that is a triangle. Now get the area of this first rectangle and the triangle and add. So distance traveled by the object in time interval t. So distance traveled by the object in time interval t is equal to area of O, A, B and C. So you can see the distance traveled, if it is represented by S here, S is equal to area of OABC, which is the trapezium. Now divide trapezium in two parts. S is equal to area of rectangle OADC. Here it is OADC. This is the rectangle, and plus area of triangle ADB. Let's get the area of the triangle and the rectangle. So area of the rectangle is equal to what? Length, which is AD, into breadth, that is AO. So in that condition, AO is equal to U. You know that from here to here it is U. So you can write here U at the place of AO, and AD is equal to what? AD is parallel and equal to OC, and we are given that is time t. So you can put t here at place of AD plus area of the triangle, that is what? 1/2 into base into height. So here it is 1/2 for the area of the triangle. Base is equal to, if you take base AD, then height is BD. So you can write, yes, it is AD here and height is BD. Write that too. Now you know that OA is equal to U. Now put here AO is equal to U into AD or OC, both are equal. So you can write here T plus 1/2. AD is equal to what? AD is equal to T, because AD is equal to OC. So put here T, and BD is equal to, you know what? This is the difference of, this is the change in velocity. So that is V minus this small, which is U, that becomes V minus U. And here I have made this all graph by a sketch pen, but use pencil lever because I have to show this all to you. So yes, area of the rectangle becomes U into T, and plus 1/2. This AD is equal to T small t, that is the time period, and BD is equal to what? V minus U, that is the change in velocity. So here write V minus U. Now from equation first, that is V is equal to U plus AT, V is equal to U plus AT, you can see that V minus U is equal to AT. If you transpose this U, V minus U is equal to AT. Now put the value of V minus U here, AT. Now S is equal to this UT is here plus 1/2. Now multiplication of this T, and V minus U is also AT, so write it here. So eventually we get a relation that S is equal to UT plus half AT square. You can see that, and that is the relation of position and time for the motion of an object. And for the equation of position velocity relation, we have another graph, and the same graph again we plot third time. You can see the relation. This is the initial velocity U, this is the final velocity that you attained after time period T under uniform acceleration A, and since uniform acceleration is here, therefore the graph is linear. You can see that. What if I do not divide the trapezium OABC in two parts? I can calculate the area too. So what is the formula for area of a trapezium? That is 1/2 into sum of the parallel sides into distance between the parallel sides. Let's calculate that. So area, which is the distance traveled by the object, S is equal to area of the trapezium OABC, and that is 1/2 into, you can write here, that is 1/2 into OA and plus BC, because OA and BC are the sides which are parallel, and you have to multiply by AD because AD is the distance between the sides. Okay, now here OA plus BC, OA is U, you know that, and BC is equal to OE, and BC is completely V, and OA is equal to U. So you can write OA plus BC, BC is V, into OC. OC is the distance from here to here, and that is equal to t here, and that is equal to t. S is equal to V. S is equal to U plus V into OC upon 2. Now we can do one thing here. From equation first, we have V is equal to U plus T. V is equal to U plus AT. And if you calculate the value of T from the equation first, you will get that T is equal to V minus U upon A. Calculate that and get the value of T. V minus U upon A. V is equal to U plus AT. Transpose your U first, then divide by A. Both the sides, you will get T is equal to V minus U upon A. Put this value of T here in this equation. So you will get OC is T. OC is the value of T, you know that. Now put T is equal to V minus U upon A at the place of OC. S is equal to U plus V. This is U, this is plus V. U plus V into OC, and OC is V minus U upon A, and upon 2, because 1 upon 2 is multiplying here. Now 2AS, when you transpose this 2 and S to the left hand side, that becomes 2AS is equal to A plus B, A minus B. Apply the same formula, you will get V square minus U square. This can be written as V plus U, and this is V minus U, so V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So you can write V square is equal to U square plus 2AS, or you can write 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. And this is the third important equations from the section equations of motion. So there are three equations which give us the relation of time, velocity, position and acceleration. So try to learn this equation, derive these equations, and now we will apply these equations in our questions.